rivalry game that you've played in at any level but in college to this point as well?
I mean, it's gonna have to go back to high school for me because JMU, with my first year being SES there, and we bumped up to FBS, different conferences, and I never had like a really set game. So I have to go back to high school, my senior year, I would assume. So it's been a while since being a game like that, something with a meaning like that.
How much are you looking forward to it for that reason, since you haven't had a game like this?
A lot. It's fun. Look forward to something, gives you another reason to play. So I'm really excited.
What do you do to get ready for those big games?
That's the same thing I do for every game, Like Sig preached, it's an important game because the next one, but, with it being a bucket game, you just got to have, something a little extra in your head, I would assume.
Does he mention it at all?
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about the bucket, what it came from, and how much it means to IU and how important it is. Yeah.
Have you kind of, in your first year here, kind of gotten to understand the importance of the rivalry between IU and Purdue?
Yeah, since I stepped on campus, since even in recruitment, it talked about how much they hit Purdue. So it's something, it's really exciting to be a part of that.
Has Mark Dale talked to you guys about it? He usually talks about the bucket game.
No, not yet. I don't know yet, but he hasn't. I haven't heard anything.
Did they try to make ODU your rival at JMU? Was that kind of the last thing that happened? Or
Yeah.
What was supposed to be the
I
rival?
don't know what they were trying to do. They wanted to make it, but it hasn't been a closer since time we played them.
Yeah.
And there's no excitement behind it, and a lot of people didn't know about it. So I don't know what they're trying to do. I guess they're trying to because there's an in-state
Right.
thing.
Because
But
they called it, I think, the Royal
the
Rivalry.
Royal, yeah, I know, and not much happened with it.
Did not catch on. Was
Yeah.
App State then maybe like the biggest rival you guys
I would
had?
say that's probably because how close, how the build up to the game, our games played out. My sophomore year, we had to come back. My junior year last year, the overtime, it turned into an overtime. So there's just a lot of excitement around it. So I guess that's the
Closest thing you had
closest
in
thing we
college.
had. Yeah.
Did you go back to the FCS days? Or because JMU played NDSU in the playoffs a lot.
And that was a big game for them. But we only played them in playoffs, so it was kind of hard to get them in the regular season. But it was a lot of excitement behind that game too. So I guess FCS, you could say NDSU, and then for I guess FBS with the JMU, it's App State. I would say I can get the closest to.
Were you allowed to watch the college football ranking show, or are you guys? What do you do? Do you just check it on social media? What do you-
I
what do
just
you
happen to scroll through social media and have it just pop up. I don't go out my way to watch it. I don't like to buy into it too much. That's about the only way I see it is by social media.
Just bouncing back from Ohio State, what's been the mood of the team, and how do you guys, approach that?
Let's get back in a rhythm. Offensively, we gotta get back in our rhythm. When I turn on the tape, I'm looking at it and I'm just like, this is not the team that I know. We left a lot out there, a lot of self-inflicted wounds. Stuff that Ohio State did, stuff that we did, and it's stuff that we know how to fix. That's the first thing I noticed in getting back on our feet and trying to just get better this week.
What do you see as the biggest issues in the pass pro?
Just communication. Just being on the same page. That's what I would say. A lot of the mistakes we're at.
What's been kind of the remedy to fix that? Is it just how do you fix things like that?
Just quarterbacking of the O-line. Just really going back on the film and watching, listening to the coaches to hear what they want. And just really try to pay attention to the film room and just, like I said, communicate.
You haven't had to have as much of a receiving role this year. It's been probably a little bit more of a blocking role. How have you kind of adapted to that and accepted it?
Yeah, I'm just out there doing what I'm coached to do. That's me blocking or me getting the ball. I'm just trying to get out there and help our team win. And if that's me, I've got to be in the run game every time, and I got to go off the field for a pass. That's what we got to do. So just got to roll with it and just keep being there when they need me.
What is it about the blocking side of the game that really attracts you?
It's just, sometimes it's just a good feeling to see a spring touchdown, see them run, and that you got the block to help that. So it's just a feeling thing, and it's kind of fun, to be honest. I don't know how to explain it.
How does Coach Signetti handle losses? This is our first go around with a week after a loss. How does he change anything? Does he? It seems like he would be the type of guy who'd keep things the same.
Yeah,
But
keeping things the same. I mean, he'll talk a little bit about it Monday, get like a recap of what we need to do better. Then it's out. You don't talk about it no more. We're on the next game because I mean you can't change the past, you can't go back. So we just go on from there, and we just get ready for the next game.
2 more for Zach. All right. Thanks, Zach.
Okay.